Hello, good morning. It is Easter Sunday right now, and rather than being at church, I'm here in the church of my car to bring you yet another message from the Holy Spirit, the whatever is beyond this that is speaking through me on this channel. So this one is for so many people, myself especially. This channel is great because it just reminds me of everything that you need to keep in mind in order to be successful and evolve and all of that. There is something that I think creeps into a lot of people's thinking in a lot of areas of their lives, and it can be very subtle, but it's very destructive. And it's a weed that just has to be continually pulled. It doesn't, unless you can just uproot it somehow. And I'm not sure exactly how you would do that. It continues to play a role. I've seen this crop up in my own life a million times, even after having fully, disabused myself that this is even possibly a thing. And that is the idea that you are cursed. The idea that it's just supposed to be this way, or that this is just you, or, you're destined to just experience this unpleasant, unsatisfying thing forever, for your entire life. It's never supposed to be better, stuff like that. And I think it can be very easy to lapse into thinking that when you put forth a genuine effort in some area and you just don't seem to be able to get something to happen that you want to happen. And it's just not true. It's just not true. I can tell you that having overcome all of the things that I've felt were curses in my life. And there are things that I thought I was cursed with that lasted multiple decades, and it was just able to prove to myself there's no such thing as a curse. There's not. It's just that you haven't worked out the mental mechanism that is causing that outer reality yet. And I don't think it makes any sense at all to tell yourself over and over again that maybe you're just destined to never work that out. I would say it's the opposite. I would say that if you've been experiencing something for a very long period of time, I'd say there's a good chance that you're actually destined to work it out. It's the reason that you're here. And you might as well think of it that way. Whether or not that's true or not, you might as well think of it that way. If you came here and you're struggling with poverty, and you keep finding yourself back in the same spot, I think it's a really good indicator that that's what you're here for. It's, you've been given a thing that affects you every day, and we know it's your mentality that's creating it. You have your work cut out for you. You have your mission pretty clearly defined. Figure out what it is about your mentality that is causing this outer reality and change it. And maybe you are destined to work on this throughout your life, but you are not destined to fail. That's the point of this video. You're not cursed. This isn't just something for you to experience to be miserable. That does not exist, as far as I can tell. I can't imagine any benefit to that. And imagine for a second, because this is my own objection to this, as I've thought about it, imagine that we do reincarnate multiple times in order to experience certain things, in order to evolve as a person. Do you think that there's any point to continuous suffering? If you came into this life to experience poverty for some reason, do you honestly think there's a benefit to you suffering through poverty throughout your entire life? You've suffered enough, is my point. You've come here and you've experienced it. It doesn't make any sense, that you just have a punishment that you have to endure. I really don't see how that makes any sense in the grand scheme of all of this. Like, this is all such a positive thing. The fact that your mind creates your reality. The fact that you have all this influence, and all you really have to do is change yourself. All you really have to do is take a look at yourself and start working on the things about you that are creating a reality that is bad for you or others or the world. That's such a positive thing. It's so empowering. It makes no sense that, this is just a prison life for you. You're just cursed. That is not the case. And I think that you should operate under the assumption that you are here to work this out. And getting rid of any of those thoughts. Like, maybe this is just me. You know, maybe I'm just missing genetically the component that I would need to be able to have a good relationship, or have a good social life, or, you know, be healthy physically, or, you know, not struggle with money. Like, I think people make up all these reasons to just sort of stagnate. And there's always the impulse, the imperative to stay in the same place. That, for me, has been one of the biggest challenges. Things get comfortable, and then there's this tendency to just stay there, even if it's not really how you want it to be. The unknown is scarier than just staying in your low-level misery. And people will stay there for years, you know? So those are the battles that we have to fight, essentially. Uproot, or at least weed these thoughts when they come up. You're not cursed. This isn't just your cross to bear. It's not meant to be this way. You're not destined to experience this negative thing over and over and over again for something you did in a past life. You have suffered enough. If you are here to experience something, you've suffered enough. And now the time has come for you to change it. And you can do it. And, you know, the power is within you to do that. And all these thoughts will do is slow you down and just make you tread water. So get rid of them. Drop them. Replace them with something else. Replace I'm cursed with I can do anything. Replace, you know, this is my cross to bear with, you know, this is something that has made me develop as a human being, and now I can use this cross to bear to turn everything around and to help other people who think this is their cross to bear. You know, just flip it on its head. And that's it. Have a great day.